There's always one night each year, the last night you can convince your friends to eat outside before the cold settles in. Tonight, we want to take them somewhere warmer. Spain. The tables are being set. The preparations are being made. And the fire is started for the paella. But with a menu this big, and the weather cooling fast, I'm not totally convinced we can pull this off. Hospitality is the art of creating moments that feel both effortlessly elevated and deeply personal. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. It's the belief that a simple meal becomes unforgettable when it's paired with warmth, intention, and a sense of place. Tortilla española, a Spanish charcuterie board. Duck confit paella topped with sous vide egg. Tempranillo from Ribera del Duero. Basque cheesecake with Pedro Jimenez sherry. On paper, it sounded like a breeze. In real life, the clock started ticking, and suddenly, every pan in the house was in use. The duck confit preparation started earlier in the week. Duck confit used to take hours, submerged in rendered fat. Sous vide gives you the same flavor and tenderness without the mess. We learned about tortilla española in Pamplona hours before the chaos of the running of the bulls. We ducked into a tiny bar and tasted what might be Spain's most perfect tapa. For the appetizers, we started with the classics. Tortilla española, cooked low and slow until it melted like custard. A board of Spanish cheeses and charcuterie, manchego and jamón serrano. And lavash for a crisp, neutral canvas. These small bites set the tone. Simple ingredients, bold comfort. Now the centerpiece, a duck leg confit paella with wild mushrooms, saffron, and sous vide egg that turns the whole thing into silk. Paella is more than just a dish, it's a moment. The aroma, the crackle, the golden sucrat at the bottom. This is where we try to capture the soul of Spain. Will it transport us? We'll see. Paella is a dish that rewards patience. It's a slow, steady build of aroma, color, and flavor that unfolds in layers. From the moment the first ingredients hit the pan, and the deglazing of the pan with the white wine, you're laying the foundation for something deeply expressive of Spanish cooking. Paella's character is shaped by the supporting cast of ingredients that bring color, freshness, and depth. The spices, often a blend of smoked paprika, saffron, and garlic, create that unmistakable warmth and earthiness that anchors the entire dish in Spanish tradition. Then come the vegetables, each one chosen deliberately. Tender green beans that add snap and brightness, artichoke hearts that offer silky, almost nutty richness, and sweet peas that bring little bursts of freshness. Tomatoes, whether chopped fresh or from a can, provide the natural acidity and sweetness that allow everything else to shine. Together, these ingredients build a layered complexity that feels rustic yet refined, each one contributing its own texture and flavor to the story simmering in the pan. But none of it works without the right rice. Bomba rice is the quiet hero of paella, a short-grained varietal that absorbs nearly 3 times its volume in stock, while still keeping its structure. It swells, it drinks in the saffron, the flavors, and the smoke, and yet never turns mushy. And as the last of the liquid cooks off, the grains settle into the pan and caramelize into sucrat, that golden crackling crust that's a true mark of a well-made paella. Now for the finishing touches. We arrange the crispy duck legs on the paella in symmetry. Create divots for our sous vide poached eggs. And back to the oven for a quick finish. As the paella comes out of the oven, everything slows down for a moment. The duck is crisp, the eggs are just set, and that saffron steam hits you first. And then, our friends gather outside, each plate becoming its own little trip to Spain.
One duck leg, yes, and one egg.
Voila.
And I want the crispy scratch.
This for sauce.
Secret me.
Yep.
It smells so good.
Does the smell is so good.
Thank you.
You can feel it as guests take their seats. Napkins on laps, wine flowing, laughter building at the edges. It's that beautiful moment when a meal becomes a promise for the next few hours we're somewhere else entirely, maybe even on a little terrace in Spain.
Cheers.
Cheers! Yay!
Salud. Salud.
Perfect. Un brindis.
Our finale tonight is a classic Basque cheesecake. Dark on top, soft and silky inside, the kind of dessert that doesn't need much to shine. We add a few bright berries and a dusting of powdered sugar, and it transforms into this elegant little plate. It's a small amount of stillness, the kind of sweetness Spain does so effortlessly. Pedro Jimenez sherry pours like caramel in slow motion. One look at the bottle and you know the night's not over. It's the perfect final note before we dig into that Basque cheesecake.
Ice for no wine.
Cheers, yeah.
Yeah.
To Pedro.
To Pedro. EX. I know you're brilliant. Nice work.
Yeah.
Delicious. But I love you.
All right, so welcome, cheers, or
Salud.
as they say in Spain, a salud.
Salud.
Seeing friends unwind at the end of the night reminds me why we do all this. It starts with an empty table and a hope that the experience will feel special, maybe even a bit magical. And when the paella hits the plates and the conversations open up, you realize that hospitality isn't about perfection, it's about transporting people through food and intention. If you enjoyed this little journey to Spain with us, subscribe for more cooking, wine, and stories that bring the world to your table.
I'm having such a good time there. I don't know where it is.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I didn't get that one.
I'm getting triggered.